Welcome to TechBrothersIT. In this video, we are going to learn about different type of joins in a Fabric warehouse. So here I'm in my Fabric environment. Let me click on workspaces, and then I have two workspaces. One is called the sale WS. Let's click there. Now you will see a lot of folders here that I'm using to manage my different items. One of them is called warehouse. That is the hosting my warehouses. So here is a tech data warehouse. That's one of them, and I'm going to use that to demonstrate. Now once I'm here, I can go to the new query, and then I can start writing a query and everything. But the thing is, it's a kind of not really nice environment for the demos, because the font size are small and all those kind of things. So I'm going to use SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. I will be connecting to the tech data warehouse in the SSMS. And how I will do that, I will go to workspace here, then I go to three dots here, then open in a SSMS SQL Server Management Studio. I copy the server name from here, and then open the SSMS, go to connect, join and data engine, and then provided that link right here, provided my ID, and then choose the tech data warehouse database name, and finally I got connected. Now if I go to databases here, I'm going to see some information, and this is the database I'm talking about, tech data warehouse. That's our warehouse from the Fabric. Now you can see there are some tables existing already there, so I'm going to leave those table as is. Now let's talk about the joins. What is join? A join is used to combine rows from two or more tables based on the related columns between them. So that makes sense, because often we have different tables and we want to join them. So what are the types of the joins? So we have inner join that returns only matching rows from both tables. Then we have left join that returns all the rows from the left table and matching rows from the right table. And then you have right join that returns all the rows from the right table and matching rows from the left table. And then you have a full outer join that returns all rows when there is a match in one of the table. So now we are going to go ahead and create the table and perform each of the join and see the output. So here's my customer table, and I have customer ID, customer name, and country. So let's create this table. And once the table is created, we are going to go to the next table, and we have a DBO orders, and you see that it has order ID, customer ID, order amount, and order date. So one of the column, if you notice that is common in both of the tables. So that is our customer ID. So I have customer ID here, and I have customer ID here. So I can join these two table on customer ID to get the records. Now let's think about that. Because we want to perform the demo, we want to insert some sample data. And here you can see that ID1, name Amir, and he's from USA. And then we have Sarah from Canada, John from UK, and Mia from Australia. So IDs are 1 to 4. Let me insert this into customers table, and then we have 4 rows inserted here. Let's insert some rows into the orders table. If you notice that this is a customer ID that I'm inserting, and we have ID 1, 2, 1, 5. So we have some matching here, and there is one, let's say we have 4. There is no order for Mia in this table, and also there is an extra record for 5 that is not in the customer table. So let's insert some data, and then we will use these tables to join them. Now inner join, remember that it returns us the matching record from both sides. So I'm going to say select c.customer, and then o.order ID, o.order amount. So these are the column I would like to see. This c.customer is coming from customers table, because I said from dbo.customers, and then I gave this a short alias to this table. So wherever I need to use this one, I can use a C, and then c.customer name or whatever the column I need to use. Then I said inner join with the other table, dbo orders, and I gave this alias to the orders called O. And then I'm saying C on join on c.customer ID is equal to o.customer ID. So we are joining on the customer ID from both tables. And here we are getting one record, one column c.customer from customer table, and 2 columns from the orders table. Let's run this query and take a look. So here is our matching records, and you can see that we have customer name, order ID, and order name. I'm going to go ahead and actually use c.customer ID, and then also I'm going to use o.order ID, because I want to show you more visual how exactly they are matching or not matching and all that. So now we are extracting different customer IDs from both tables, and then so you see right here these two IDs are matching, that's why it is returning us records. Again you can see right there. Now in the left you see that it returns you all the records from the left table. So in this case it's going to be the customer table, so it's going to return everything from customer. Then it is going to return also all the records from the right table which are matching. And you can see that we are saying left join here. And let me start from top. So here we have select query here, and we are selecting c.customer name, so this is from customer table, and then o.order id, o.order amount, and then from this table alias as c, left join and dbo.order alias as o, and then on c.customer id, o.customer id. So see, this is our customer table, and this is our order table id. Okay, now if I execute, I'm going to go do the same thing what I have done on top, so you can see more information here. Let's execute our query, and remember that left join you get everything from the left table. So see right there we had customer ID 1 2 3 4, and we are getting all the records from our customer, and then we are getting the matching records wherever they were. We had matching records, we are getting those. See right there, so these are customer ID 1 and 2, they were matching with our customer ID, and this is coming from order, so we are getting the records from there. Anything that is not matching, so in this is orders, we are seeing null values there. Now let's go ahead and take a look on the right join. So remember that in the right join what happened, you will get everything from the right and all the matching records from the left side, and wherever they are not matching you will see the null values. So same again we are right there. I'm going to put this column as well, so you can see the difference when which is matching and which is not matching. So in this in the right, as we remember that we are going to get everything from the right. In our case the right is going to be orders here. Now our customer is going to be the left table here in this join. Now we said that select c.customer id, get me the customer id from the customers table, o.customer id, get me the customer id from the order table, c.customer name, get me the customer name from the customers table, and then get me the order ID and order amount from the orders table, and then we are joining on the customer ID from each of the table. Let's execute this query, and now you are going to see all the records from the right side. So that's our orders table. So you can see right there, so this we are getting everything from the orders, and then wherever we don't have a matching, then see right there we have 5 from orders ID, but there is no matching customer ID in the left table, that is customer table, and that's why we are seeing null values. So that's how our right join will work. Now let's go ahead and take a look on our full outer join. So remember that full outer join is going to return you everything from both tables, and wherever it is matching it's going to show you matching, and wherever it is not matching then it's going to show you null values. So you see that we have got everything from our customer table, and then we also got everything from our order table. So right there, so we have all these 4 records coming for order as well, and see wherever it is not matching then it is putting the null values. So we are getting everything from both tables, and matching wherever it is matching, you can see right there these are matching with so you are getting the results here, and wherever it is not matching, so in this case like 3 and 4 we have in customer table, but we don't have in the orders table, so you can see null values right here. And here we have this record in the orders table, but there is no matching record in the customer, so we are seeing a null value for these customer columns. Okay, what other is left? We have cross join, though, so it produces a Cartesian product of both tables, all combinations. So here I'm saying select c.customer name, o.order ID from dbo customers and the alias as c, cross join dbo.orders o. So what it is going to do, it is going to produce a Cartesian product. Let's execute, and you can see that each record is a match with all the other records on the other side. So you can see that we had 4 records in our customer table, and we had 4 records in our orders table. So 4 multiply 4 make it 16. You can see that each record is multiplied with the other records. So see right there. So if you can see, Amir is 104, Amir is 103, and Amir is 11, and all that. So this is how you will get the Cartesian product of two tables by using a cross join in case you need it. This could be some unique scenarios where you might need this type of situation. So I hope you learned something out of this video. I am very thankful for you to be spending time with me, and I will see you guys in next video.